All right, hello everybody. New chapter. Before we officially start, here you should check actually chapter 6. Any more questions from there? Because I think some may still be late. I don't. To be safe, maybe I wait for 2 more minutes just so I don't have to repeat on anything else. So, just 1 more minute. Uh, yeah, go check your chapter 6. Any more questions from there? Physics students, you don't have to wait for me. You can try to go, try to see how far you can go lah. Okay, on your own for this chapter. All this are probably a piece of cake for you. But brace yourselves. The physics students, they say I nag too much. It's actually for your own good. 1 more minute. Okay, I think we can start lah. Now, physics students really if you are confident, don't have to wait for me. Okay, just try to finish as many questions as you can. Along the way, you see you have any tips or not for those who are doing this for the first time more, or maybe you see how you try to explain something to your friends. Maybe your friends didn't know something, then when they ask you, you also don't know how to tell them something like that lah. Okay, I'll nag a lot because I want you to try understanding everything first instead of just memorizing. Okay, because there will be K-Back questions. So if you can understand everything, then you can handle K-Back questions better. Okay, because this is also one of the compulsory SBM questions. So try, especially when you're doing this with me or you're Form 4. Okay, I'm not sure if you can remember this or not, but next time you go to Form 5, right, you notice, why some students actually cannot do this. Okay, then you help explain to them lah, if they happen to be your friend. Okay, so so I start. We'll try to use common sense or common knowledge or all your existing knowledge first and see how far we can go. Okay, there are something new, but you should still be able to do based on your existing knowledge. We go to page number 3 right away. Some warm-ups, and then we see what they ask later. Okay, so based on the given graph, I think like chapter 6, I've demonstrated how you should try to just extract important information only lah. Okay, so can you do that? You'll be able to read the question on your own, right? So distance AC, but you can see what I do. Since they are basically the same question, okay, like they are gonna ask the same thing, but with different graphs. So I think I'll write this down. Okay, see what I mean by extract important information. The non-important one you ignore. What else? Time taken B to D. Time taken B to D. So the second one, time taken B to D. Part 3, find the speed. A to B. Okay. So now that the questions are clear, you look at what you have here. Okay, especially after chapter 6, you should be more used to your x-axis, y-axis, the horizontal, the vertical, how you find your numbers, right? But if still cannot, whatever questions you still have, please ask. Oh yeah, physics students, any questions maybe you didn't dare to ask your physics teacher or something, try ask me. Okay. Right, distance AC. So you're given distance time graph. The first question that they want you to find is there. You just tengok betul-betul. Okay, so AC, A is here. Then to reach C, you first go to B first, then C lor. Okay, here comes my nagging. I'll nag until you really understand instead of just memorizing. Okay. So you want to find distance. Your eyes look at distance. A, B is here. You want to find distance. Look at distance from 0 to 150. Berapa? 150 meter, right? Okay. B to C. What's the distance travel? Okay. Some. Hopefully, none of you here lah, but I don't know. Okay. Just say, hopefully, I just have to say once. Okay. B is already at 150 meter. Okay. Then comes to C, remains as 150 meter. Did this something move? No, remain the same, 0 meter travel. Okay, so what's the distance traveled from A to C? Then you answer 150 meter. Okay, maybe everybody can actually see on your own, but hopefully again, hopefully I just have to map you on this once. Then eventually they give you some other graphs. I mean, just understand. Oh, you just use your eyes. Okay. Next, time BD. Go check where's B. Where's D? What you want to find? Okay, B is over here. D is over here. You want the time hall? Look at the time. The time for B is 7:30. Comes to D, 10:30. You can answer for time 7:30 to 10:30, 3 hours. Keep easy, if you're starting to feel like, oh my god, so annoying, this teacher have been mentioning all these things that you already know, then I think that is the right feeling lah. Okay, like you are annoyed. That shows you know. Okay. Max speed. Okay, your existing knowledge from Form 2. Speed equals to distance over time. Let's try a few more questions until you realize, certain question cannot do Form 2 method anymore. Okay. So distance over time. Okay, so the formula needs distance, time. Both are on the graph. Okay, again, just make sure you can see. Okay, the distance that you want from A to B. I think we checked before, 150. Time A to B, 7 to 7:30. How? Okay. Luckily, this question did not specify any units that they want, so you can use anything. Suka hati. Okay, so I guess if 7 to 7:30, you guys would write 30 minutes. I don't know. You may want to, like I said, they didn't specify, so you can use anything. Some of you may want to write 0.5 hours, which is the same. Okay. Eventually, when the question specify, you gotta follow. Okay, so any objections? Well, maybe I'll just show both lah. Okay, 150 meter, right? So 150 divided by 30, so you get like 5 meter per minute. All these units you should have memorized before, actually, but it's best if you can understand what they mean. Okay, 5 meter per minute. Is always per 1. Oh my god, you can see my pointer now. Okay, per minute is per 1 minute. It means every 1 minute it travels 5 meter. You give it 2 minutes, then it travels 10 because 5 times 2. Okay. I know. I am very annoyed. I nag so much, but this is for your own good. But physics students, I mean, I hope you understand. This is for the non-physics students. Okay. Right. So meter per minute is not so common, but it is a legit unit for speed lah. Okay. Now, understand this, then you can do the rest as well. The more commonly seen unit is probably meter per second or km per hour again. Okay, so let's say you want to change it to meter per second. How? Also very simple logic. You want meter per second, so the meter is okay. Just keep it. You want second, right? Then the whatever that has to be changed, you change. That's all. Okay, nothing complicated. So minute to seconds, you times 60. So 30 times 60, you just press your calculator. You get this. And then you do it using your calculator again. So you get 0.083 meter per second log. You want to change the camera also, no problem. Whatever that needs to be changed, you change. And all the calculations, let your calculator do it. Any questions? These two are the same, just different units. So this one you measure by per minute. This one, 1 second, you travel this much. Okay? Any questions? 5. Oh, no lah. You for sure no lah. Later, if anybody say got question, you help answer lah, okay? Actually, I didn't expect you to listen to this student. I expect you to like go as far as you can. Help me find some very hard questions. But definitely we won't be able to discuss anything too hard because today's day 1 for some students. All right, next. This one. Actually, just warm up. Okay. They asked the same thing, so I just copy paste over here. With physics students, they not just you, if you, again you feel annoyed. Teacher next so much. Not just you. There were some other classes also, they tell me in the face because they are so pro. Okay, I'm also pro lah, but how everybody pro, then okay lor, we can do faster lah. But just in case day 1. Hopefully day 2 I go faster, you can follow. Are you ready? Distance AC. You find? Go find. Physics students. In case you forgot, distance got no negative. Siapa ada negative? Displacement. So you all don't pattern. Don't simply, I don't know, show off or what. Okay. So A is over here. Distance AC, right? So gotta go through B first. So same. Day 1. Okay. Next again, just to make sure you can really see what you have to see. I mean, you cannot, it's not up to me or you to decide where they start. So if A wants to start at 9:50, so you just gonna see it lah. Okay, that A at first already 950 meter. Then you see it goes to B, which is at 810. So what's the distance traveled there? Do you plus or minus? You think instead of memorize. Anybody cannot do it? 950, you walk back to 810. How many meter ne? You should minus kan. So the answer is 140. This one, check again. B to C, how many meter? Your distance, you look at this. B is at 810. C remains at 810. Did not travel any distance. Kosong. So 140 plus kosong. You answer right away. 140 meter. Any questions? Next, BD. Time BD. Okay, from B to D. Your eyes go check on your own and see what you gotta see. At B, it's 2 minutes. At D, it's 16 minutes. How? What's the time there? 14 minutes. Annoying. And next so much. Next, part 3, AB. Okay. We'll use this form 2 formula until we see certain questions we cannot. Okay. So A to B, right? You probably can see A to B is 140 meter, no negative. Nothing complicated. Time, 2 minutes. So I already explained. It's fine to leave your answer as 70 meter per minute. It's fine. Until you see the question specify what units they want. Okay? So anybody wants me to change the unit into something that you want to see. I change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next. Hmm. Okay, I don't want to waste time. So probably out of the two here, I'll just do one more warm up and we'll go see what they have for us later. The proper Form 4 questions are. Okay, so since they want the same thing, I'm just going to duplicate and put it over here. Now you start checking. Ready? Okay, distance AC. Anybody say cannot answer? As long as you ask, huh? Okay. Especially non-physics students, I'm doing it like this, and it's for you. So try not to disappoint me. You memorize, wow, when they change, when they start to K-but, pattern, then you GG. So the way I want to do it is, I rather we spend more time than to just tell you, oh, you see this, you do this, you see that, you do that. Then in the K-but, you GG. Okay, ready? Distance A to C. The answer is 125 meter. Did you answer it correctly? Or you are still confused here and there? Anybody? 5, 4. You don't forget, I have never mentioned your name before when you want to ask something because you may feel embarrassed. No, next BD. Time BD 8 to 50, 42. You sure? You sure? Okay, next speed. AB. Wow, this one. Physics students, you should be able to answer right away. You don't have to do any calculations. Then non-physics students, okay, it's still within your capability. If you can't see the answer like maybe the physics students, then you try what we did just now, distance over time. Check the distance carefully, check the time carefully, put the numbers correctly, press calculator. That is the answer. Okay. Physics student. If you're a physics student, then you cannot answer right away. Something's wrong. You need to ask question. Ask your physics teacher. Okay lah. So I gotta do it like this for those who are not sure lah. Okay, but hopefully next week I can do faster. Okay. So those who are not sure, right? Doing this for the first time, distance over time. At A, B, what's the distance there? After a few questions, I hope you can really tell. A to B, distance is 0. Anybody still not sure? Time 8. Okay, press your calculator. What does it give you? 0 meter per second. So anybody freaks out when you see 0 given by the calculator? Hopefully not lah. Okay, because no move not moving so how come got speed? It's not moving, right? At rest yeah, at rest, stationary all these fancy words they will use but yeah, it's not moving. You're not just like you are probably see now only you answer. Why? Well, then what about the previous questions that we discussed? Oh my god. I'll try again. Okay, what the distance is 0? Because you're doing A, B. A is over here, B is over here. If you don't understand why I say the distance is 0, then what did you put for the distance? Let's see. What confused you? Oh, okay, then see. That is quite very typical okay. Some very typical rookie mistake. Okay, see, I try actually. I don't understand, then I say don't understand. Okay, I told you, A is already at 205. It's not decided by me. Okay. A is already at 205. Then when it reaches B, it remains as 205. Got moved, meh? Got moved, meh? No, lor. That's why I understand from A to B is 0 meter travel. Okay. Uh, also, I did not, sorry, no need to sorry one. You know when you need to say sorry? When you need to apologize? When we go to like week 2 or week 3 of this, and then you still ask this, then cannot. Today is day 1. Okay, whatever you want to ask. Okay, any questions? Hmm. So, yeah, probably none of you freaked out when you see the 0 meter per second because the distance did not change. It didn't move. It's just like you sitting in front of screen. You're not moving. We got speed, right? Any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let me see how many questions they give you first. I think we have 8. Yeah, we have 8 questions before we move on to the next type of graph. But physics students, they have seen this until they want to warm it already lah. So 8 questions. Okay, we try and do it this way. Okay. We'll try the 2 in front. Probably easy. Then we start straight away from the back. We try. If cannot, then you just say cannot. Then I slow down a little bit. Right? Just be honest. So let's go. We'll try these 2 questions over here. We start with number 1. Okay. Ready? You see, excuse me. You see there will be another type of graph at the back. Okay. So that's why I say make sure you understand that instead of just memorize. Okay, because the graphs, how they look like, they may look similar, but what they represent will be different. So make sure you understand everything. Okay, let's go. You have a distance time graph. Okay, then A, determine the duration in minutes when the car is stationary. Yeah, I mentioned this word just now, but you may want to start writing what it means. Stationary means at rest. They might use this word as well, at rest. Not moving. What these 2 words mean is not moving. Okay. So now can you guys see better? Out of this whatever, which part shows not moving? Can where? Should be here. Okay, after a few warm-ups, can see cannot see, make sure you ask today is day 1 for some of you. I'm okay. If you don't cooperate, next time when we reach K-bar, I think the physics students will judge you. Teacher asks you to ask in the beginning, you never ask. When K-bar, you ask rookie questions again. Yeah, I can see how. Right. Then they want the duration, how long, right? So from the 2nd hour to the 3rd hour. Also, the traps they will set is usually within the unit. So just be careful lah. Okay, nothing to memorize, but just be careful. So A, you can see it already. For what they want is the time, the duration. So answer 60 minutes. You write 1 hour, then you gonna the trap. Okay, so just be careful lah. Nothing much to nag here. Okay, B. Determine the speed of the car in km per hour in the first 1 hour. Okay. So now they want speed, right? So so far you already know speed equals to distance over time, but now they want the first 1 hour. Anybody feeling weird already? Like if you use distance over time and they want first 1 hour, did you, I mean, you feel weird because you notice, macam some information missing, huh? Okay, huh? So what's the distance for the travel for the first 1 hour, correct? Okay. I didn't expect so soon, but it's okay. I mean, hopefully this is enough to tell you distance over time is not gonna work here. Of course, those who when you become better and better, eventually the pros they know you're very flexible one, okay, can actually just do it. Okay. But so the newbies, okay, those are doing this for the first time. This is enough to tell you distance over time, macam cannot work here. Alright. So the new thing you learn for this chapter is speed for distance time graph is actually equals to gradient. Okay, I'll explain why along the way. I don't want to write gradient. Since I already explained last week what's gradient, and gradient is M kan. Did you write? Apa maksudnya gradient? Keturunan. Okay. And so I start the formula. Okay, for those who want proofs, okay, after, for all the warm-ups that you have done, you can see that the units for speed will be meter per minute or meter per second. So far you have not seen km per hour, but I'm sure you know km per hour lah, right? The speed limit you see on the road, km per hour, okay? Because distance over time. Now the proof, because eventually you will do different types of graphs, okay? So the proof is, how do you check whether you are doing the right thing or not? Because there will be something else that you learn, then you might get confused, okay? Check the units. This is the formula for gradient kan. Sorry, then if you haven't memorized this formula, then this is actually your fault. Start memorizing. This is the formula for gradient. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so check the y. See the y-axis? What unit is this? Km. Okay. What is the unit for x? Hour kan. Then later, when km divided by hour, then you dapat km per hour, which is what they want here. Okay, so this is how you can check whether you are doing the right thing or not, especially those who actually plan to memorize now. Okay, when you memorize, I'm not sure if you know or not when to use this, when to use the other one. There will be another one now. Okay, so you relax today's day one. Can? So for the distance time you have here, when you go to gradient, you get km per hour, right? Now, then teacher, how does it help me to find the speed for the first 1 hour leh? This one also depends whether you got do revision or not. Apa maksudnya gradient? Keturunan, right? So within the same line, the gradient is the same. Some of you may need me to say this in Mandarin. 同样的先写都是一样的。The steepness, the keturunan will be the same. Yes, different parts they may have different parts they may be of different length, but the keturunan, the steepness is equally steep. Understand? That's why I can safely use the 2, 140 and 0, 0 for the formula here. Then I find the gradient then. Okay, understand or not? Gradient for the entire line is gonna be the same as the gradient over here, or even anywhere on the same line. Okay, that's why physics students say I nag a lot. You okay? If you okay, then you watch. I put the numbers in 140 minus y lah. Okay, x minus x lah. And then you get 70 km. But oh, this one I think I forgot to mention. Km h to the power of -1 is the same as they're the same lah. Just like English name and Mandarin name. Same thing lah. Okay, nothing much to worry about that. So any questions? Don't forget, the notes is yours. So whatever I mentioned just now, you feel, oh, I scared I forget. You write for yourself, write some notes for yourself. Ah, okay. Like if you didn't know, within the same straight line, the gradient is the same. Right. Okay. Then some of you, because you worry, you may not be able to remember everything. Maybe contoh ni okay, as a guy, I honestly suck at making notes because guy usually, the girls, all them those, they're very tidy one. Okay, everything very organized. Okay, but contoh, okay, you may want to write for distance, time graph. Okay, teacher say speed equals to gradient or however you want to write it lah. Okay. And I have already proven it to you why. Instead of making you to just memorize, okay, this time you do this. Hopefully it's not like that because it will change according to different types of question you see in the exam. Okay. Next, C. Describe the motion of the car for the last 1 hour. Okay, so last 1 hour should be obviously from the third to fourth, right? Third motion is like whether you're moving or not, no? Okay, so can you tell better now? Is it moving or not? Physics students, they are required to write something more specific, a better answer for their physics questions. Okay, and the rest of the normal students, you simply have to tell moving or at rest, like or not moving. So hopefully you can tell, yeah, the car is moving, obviously, right? But if you wanna do some training, then go find a speed as well. Okay, so you can say the car is the car. Okay, the car is moving at a speed of the answer that you find. Physics students, you better write what? Moving at a constant speed. Oh, okay. So for the C, right, here speed, I suggest you start practicing speed equals to gradient for distance time graph. And then 200 minus 140, and then 4 minus 3. So the answer is 60 km per hour. Okay, this is just training. Okay, then you can finally answer the car is moving. Actually, you can just stop here. Unless you see they ask you justify your answer or explain your answer again or something like that or you see they give you 2 marks, then you know you need to write more. Okay, so the car is moving at 60 km per hour. Any questions? Excuse me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we go next. Guys, question number 2. I think basically it's like question 1. So can you try to follow this example here and do ABC on your own? You still ask question. Maybe I'll give you 3 minutes to try and see how you can finish. Then, I mean, it's possible to finish, I think, in 3 minutes. If cannot, or you have questions to ask, just ask. I'll give you 3 minutes first. Um, Physics students, anything from here you cannot do from the notes. Okay. No. All right then, be honest. Anybody cannot do question number 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this means you just need answers to check. A. Stationary. Van is stationary. In minutes. 30 minutes. B. First 1 hour. Again, I don't see your questions. So see, I'm feeling lazy already because I think it is exactly the same as the number 1, right? So you just make sure you know the van is moving for the last 30 minutes. Then you go find the speed, and then you can try to write some better answer lah. Okay, the van is moving at the speed that you have found. Okay, any questions? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Hey, actually, when I scroll right just now, the last 2 questions, it's too hard. They just have 2 things in the graph, but if you want me to show, I will definitely show. But something hard. I noticed there are something harder. Then some questions here they have unknowns. These are the questions. These are probably level 2. Okay. So I think let's try number 4. But know that it's a little bit harder already. It's a bit, especially if you have been having trouble solving unknowns. I'll also write uh some complete steps. Okay, where the elites I can imagine they complain. Okay, complain why you write so long, why your quick workings are always so long. Okay, so I don't know who you are. Okay, hopefully none of you here, but maybe those who will watch recorded lesson. Okay, anybody? Hopefully I just have to do it once. Okay, come, let's read the question. Car from town J to town L. We can see clearly from the graph. Then back to town J. I think the graph is pretty. They label everything pretty clear, right? A, calculate the distance traveled of the car. Oh, I think I need to first remind physics students first. You're doing distance, not displacement. Okay? Right. So A, distance traveled J to K. Wow, just now I don't know who you having trouble reading your distance, okay? Make sure you read carefully. I think it's just a matter of being careful or not. J to K is 36, then K to L is from 36 to 65. So you know find the distance. And of course, actually, if you can see that J to here, then to here, teacher, the total distance is just 65. That's what I told you, right? You want to know the distance, you just check the distance from here to here. Oh, 65. Yeah. Okay. Those who find one by one, you find this, then tambah this one, you realize it's 65 as well. Okay, next, here, how many km from 65 remains at 65? 0. And 65, all the way back to 0, how many km travel? Just say 65. No negative. All right. But you understand that I think non-physics students you can easily understand why physics students might say negative 65 teacher. Just change your direction. Okay, right hand side positive, left hand side negative. You go, it's positive. You go back, it's negative. But that is for displacement, not distance. Distance we just want to know like your petrol. How many meter you travel. Then spend how much on the petrol, something like that. Okay, yeah. But you go back to the same point, right? So the answer is 65 plus 65 or 65 times 2 can follow. So 65 times 2 is 130 km. B. The value of t if the speed of the car from K to L is that. Okay, K to L. So of course, make sure you know which part of the question that they are talking about. Sometimes they refer to the everything, sometimes just a certain part. Okay, K to L. Now you're dealing with speed for distance time graph. Okay, the pros I probably don't have to worry for you. The newbies, you have seen this one, distance time graph. Speed should be gradient. Okay, I'll tell you the evidence again. Okay, did you why? Because the y-axis is km. The x-axis, you can see it's time, but okay. Now some traps here also. They gave us something km per hour, but the time given is minute. Okay, we can easily fix the trap there. Okay, I'll write the hour. Anybody will get confused here. Excuse me. No, okay. It's basically still distance over time, So now you check like normal math. What form, because formula is out. Okay. What you put inside. Are you given speed? Yes, you're given the speed. So letak 43.5, right? The x, y, y. Ada apa? So L over here, you have the x is 60, the y is 65. This one is T. T just unknown. You form 4 already. Are you still afraid of unknowns? 36, right? X, Y. You can see. Hopefully everything is clear. Okay, it's just that I know. Actually, I know. I realize I'm nagging a lot, but because today is day 1, bear with me. Then now y minus y. X minus x, the unknown, you don't be afraid. But what you need to be careful with over here is that, watch what I do. Divide 60, because I already noticed the trap they put here. And 60 and the t, they are both minutes. But given the speed is hour, then I know I gotta fix it. How you fix minute to hour? Divide by 60 lah. Or make sure you write properly like this. And then the rest should be just really normal math. But I'm gonna do step by step for once, hopefully for once. Are you ready? Those who cannot find t. Or did I worry too much? Maybe all of you can find t. I don't know. Just once. Okay. 就一次罢了. Just once. Okay. So your job is when you notice something can be done, do it lah. You don't need anybody to tell you that. So I fixed that first. Okay. So again, anybody having trouble finding t, I I refer unknowns like this, the T. Okay, I want to find T. I want to find it. So it's important. I call it protagonist, the main character. The rest I don't care. I want T only now, right? I want to find T, and the rest rubbish. Throw lah, right? You throw your rubbish, but which one to be thrown away first? You have 29, you have 60, you have divide 60 over here. Which one to be thrown away first, right? Okay, just one simple rule. Basically, okay. Who is furthest away from the main character? Who dies first, like your movie? So you should throw the 29 over first, right? Because this is the this is the furthest away from T. The 60 and the divide 60 over here, at least they're still on the same floor. 29 is not. So throw something on top, throws over, stays on top. Proven, but I mean, just memorize them. Okay. 39 divided by 43.5, 2 over 3. Okay. Same logic again. Which one to be thrown away first? This one. Why? Because T is in a set of brackets with the 60. In like the main character with girlfriend, boyfriend still within the same room. You don't cut off first, so this is furthest. Okay, so throw. Right, you still know this basic. Whatever you throw to the other side, you do its opposite. So divide becomes times, and then yeah. So you just want T. This one you tap out. Okay, you just want T. It has no T. Okay, rubbish. Throw minus. So T equals to 20. 20 minutes. Okay. If you forgot to fix this, then you'll find some very weird T, very weird answer for T lah. And hopefully at that time you realize and you start finding your careless mistake lah. Okay, and then fix it. Okay, but if you are careful enough, you never fall for their traps, then yeah, the answer is nice. Perfect. Any questions? Like you may find like T equals to like, I don't know, like 0.2, something like that, 0.4. You should not automatically know, how come 60, 88, 150, how come you have something so small, 0 point something, how come? Cannot, impossible, right? Any questions? Day one, and the day one is like soon to be over. Now it's 7:58 already. Hope day two next week. I try to go faster. I try. So if no, okay, C. You see average speed. It's something from 2. You below memorize. Okay, you got no excuse. You better memorize if you want to improve on your grades. Okay, so average speed is total distance divided by total, oh my god, total time. Okay, unlike speed and whatever, okay, average speed is something very easy. You know why? Because they don't care. They don't care on the details. Average is purata. And like your all your subjects, okay, the marks, you tambah everything divided by how many subjects you take. That's how you do average, right? So nothing complicated, total just. So I think we already know for the entire story. This guy went from J to L, then went back to his house, went back to J, and we already know it. The total distance is 130. Okay, a total time. Then they look at the time, the total is what? 0 to 150. So 150 minutes. They specify they want km per hour. Okay, so again, average speed, it follows the Form 2 formula that you have learned. Because it doesn't care too much on the details. It's just an average. Okay, so total distance 130 total time. The trap. Also, you notice I put an extra set of brackets because I know. I mean, if you want to learn how to do this one shot, you press everything into the calculator, then you gotta put this brackets. If not, you get the calculator got no brain. Then the calculator will do in whatever order you type lah. But it's not your fault. Sorry, it's not the calculator's fault. It's your fault because you are not careful enough. So if you worry, then teacher how? Then you do step by step. You settle the 150 divided by 60 first, and then 130 divided by that answer. Okay, but if you want to do one shot, then I put brackets because I want to tell the calculator to settle this one first. Simple as that. Okay. So final answer is 52 km per hour. Settle. Any questions so far? Definitely a few more. Next week, if you'd like me to discuss any specific question, just know that you simply have to ask before we move on to speed time. If honestly, I don't mind if anybody wants me to like do everything with you, but try not to lah. Okay, maybe you can try some other questions first. Some you can do, some you cannot. Then you ask me to demonstrate those questions next week, and we treat it as warm up before we move on to speed time lor. Okay, so yeah, I think today I will stop here. So if you have questions, you ask. If no, then see you next week. Bye bye. You're welcome, Zoe. Bye bye.